Stakeholders in Zamfara state have again expressed worry over the state of insecurity in the state. Now, a group of non-governmental organizations under the aegis of the Democracy Watch Initiative have called on the government to declare an emergency in the state due to the recent escalation of bandit attacks and kidnapping resulting in deaths and displacement of several communities in Zamfara state. They noted that in spite of the previous government's efforts to curtail insecurity in the state, the situation has constantly deteriorated. We're now being joined by Idris Musa, a public affairs analyst, to share his perspective on the situation of the state and recommend solutions. Good to have you here on Newsday. All right, to get things started, can you give us an insight to how bad the situation is right now in terms of insecurity in Zamfara state?
Yeah, thank you. You see, in the last 12 years specifically, there had been two administrations of Yari, 2 terms, and then Motole had 1 term, total 12 years. One would expect that the cumulative years, they have put in, there would have been some elements of sanity in Zamfara state. Unfortunately, with the coming of Doda Lawal, it's more like he met a very dark slate, which of course he's been trying to tidy up by, putting all he needs to put together just so that there can be some element of, peace, so that the people over there be able to now do their normal activities. But unfortunately, people are rather, trying to, disturb his good works, or maybe trying to truncate, or rather to, put in a clog as to what he has intended to do.
Well, I really don't understand how to interpret what you've just said, because some people are of the opinion that the governor is a bit distracted at the moment, with his conflict with his predecessor, his frequent trips abroad and so on. So I'm wondering what kind of effort, what more can he do in a bit to curb this security crisis? We know people have been kidnapped, people have been killed, villages have been attacked. I mean, we really would like a solution. What more can be done to bring peace to Zamfara state?
Exactly. I like the word distracted. I was supposed to have used the word distracted. The governor Dodala is actually being distracted. One of the things he's tried to put in place, just so that I can bring back sanity, as I was saying, is, you also want to realize that he had been able to set up the civilian JTF, a task force, which of course is playing a double role here. One, he's creating employment for the youth. And then second, as we speak now, of the 14 local governments in Zamfara state, 300 are being trained in each of these local governments. About over 4,000 able-bodied youths who are voluntarily, giving up their time to be able to be part of the efforts to, to curb insecurity in the state. That is one element. And of course, this one is being praised. But unfortunately, those who are actually distracting these efforts are not interested in seeing that he gets the kudos he also got from the teaming public who are supporting what they're doing. Like one of the things you just said, the killings in Zamfara as we speak now is monumental, is quite sad. Remember that he's just served for less than 4 months. It is not enough to begin to judge as to what he's done so far, comparing the 12 years of the past administration of Yari and then, of course, Motawale. It was also interesting to know that Bello Motawale was the past governor before Doda Lawal. Bello Motawale has spent 4 years there. We knew his governance in terms of the security. All the efforts he has tried to put in place had not come to fruition. A lot of complaints. It's like he was having romance with the bandits. One of the reasons why banditry refused to cease. The kidnapping was unable to be abated. Rather, it's continued and escalated. People are being kidnapped left, right, and center, and all of that. So the coming of Doda Lawal, I think he's been able to, manage what he met on ground by trying to put in place what I just told you, DJSTF, so that they can, comb the nook and cranny and see able to push out banditry. You also recall there was an effort by the 3 states, Katsina, Zamfara, and of course Kaduna, and how to see whether they can come together. Because, it's not just good enough for you to say you fight insecurity in your state alone, like in Zamfara. Because when you push them out, of course they will come back. But if you're able to have some kind of arrangement where you have a regional arrangement, I think this is what they've been able to do. And I think with what we have been able to monitor, I think he's succeeding. Apart from the fact that a city individual came up to to say he's good. I mean, his effort is not good enough. Of course, we didn't look at it like that. But I know that in Zamfara, as we speak today, you also know that the Minister of State is the current, the last, the last governor, is currently the Minister of State. What we would have expected is the Minister of State and his colleagues, those who call the shot in Zamfara State. You have Minister of State, Motole, you have Yari, you have Chinkafi, you have the Sharia governor, as they call him, So these are people that were expected that they will put themselves together and begin to see how they can advise him. Because cumulatively, all their efforts, when put together, I think they will get some commensurate results. Unfortunately, they seem to be, trying to stampede him and try to frustrate his efforts, distract him just so that he doesn't succeed. Because as it stands now, it's more like with all the efforts he has put in place, it's more like he's getting it. He's getting it right. So I think that is why they don't want to see him succeed, because the few months he has spent, he's already put the right architecture, security architecture, which of course has a very good, wonderful cooperation with the security forces. You want to recall that he had gone over there to talk to the relevant security guys, and he's succeeding. I think if allowed to actually some few months, I think he'll be able to get the right now with all the necessary support he's getting at the moment. So I think the relevant stakeholders with the likes of Motole are not really helping matters. We don't know what their interests are, because I also want to recall that not too long.
Okay, permit me to
one of the.
Permit me to jump in at this point. You've made your point clear about Dauda Lawal's predecessors and what they have done. But I want to take you up on that. Let's start it off from the fact that a lot of people say that the spate of insecurity in Zamfara State is closely linked to illegal mining. What's your take on that? Firstly, we know that the governor... I didn't say his predecessors have done well. I didn't say so. Okay.
They have not helped the situation in Zamfara State.
All right, duly noted.
I want you to get me right. I haven't said they have done well, because I've said that they had jeopardized all the efforts what he's trying to do now. But in the last 12 years, one would have expected that it would just have a free system to begin to carry on where they left off. But unfortunately, things are getting worse by the day because of what they've been able to implant there. So that's my worry, and that's exactly what we're saying here. But I'm also equally saying that, but with the effort so far in the last 3 months, he's been able to, design a comprehensive security architecture, which of course is being supported by the military. I just told you the JTF he's trained. The fact that he's been able to pull out in all the local governments 3 vibrant youths, that enough is bringing down the spate of insecurity in the state. Because if you recall that those youths aren't doing anything before, and now they have something to do, you would have taken them away from the rest of the miscreants.
All right, Mr. Musa. So now going back to my question is very simple. Insecurity and illegal mining, what is the connection? We know, and we also know that Mr. Dauda Lawal, talking about the governor, has banned illegal mining and said they should use every force necessary to curb this. Has it worked? Is the big question.
Yeah, let me try to provide a solution here. If you want to give him some respite, if you want to give him time to sort this situation, I think 3 months is not enough for him to begin to tell you in the last probably 12 years of 2 administrations with what they've been able to monitor. I think you will not be fair to him actually. Recall that the President Muhammadu Buhari, he actually stamped a no-fly zone in Zamfara State. Everybody knew that. But these light planes were still landing there, even with the presence of all the service chiefs we had at that time, even with the military, with the commander-in-chief directive that there should be no flying zone in that Zamfara. But the issue of illegal mining, I mean, it's still on. But let me tell you what I felt he should do, just so that we can curb this insecurity stuff. Since it has been this gold mining or mineral mining has been linked up with insecurity or whatever, my worry is that I don't know why the relevant stakeholders, especially the government of the day, were able to put something in place in such a way that the miners will be brought together. At a point, they were even banned, not to go into illegal mining, but that has not stopped them. You see pockets of pits all over the place, littering some of these high spots where these minerals are being mined. You begin to wonder, is there no government in the country? Is it enough because the government is the security chief, or what they call chief security officer of the state? Is that enough to say he can bring out a magic wand? No. There are people at the top that could give some command that could make this thing stop. Let's take South Africa, for instance. You want to recall
Mr.
the kind
Idris
of
Musa.
gold and diamond.
Mr. Idris Musa, we are completely out of time. We are completely out of time. It's so unfortunate that we cannot continue with this interview. Because I would have liked to ask you why the governor himself has not visited the villages attacked by the bandits. Can you answer that question very briefly in a matter of seconds?
You know, I'm not here to tell you some of these salient issues that you're asking me, why he has not visited the sites, where these things are happening. But I just told you plans he have been able to put in place. Even the Katsina State governor, who told the world that he was going to be visiting the bandits where they are, and he's going to lead from the front. He had not done that. I remember a BBC interview that they visited on him. He said, well, that is not saying the father that said I was going to lead from the front. He had not gone. He's still making his plans. Don't allow could as well be put up certain measures to go there. You want him to tell you when he's going there so that you could be attacked? I think that's not the issue. I think by the time this JTF are beginning to put up all their machinery and things are beginning to work out, maybe we'll see him visiting camps and whatever. And maybe then you would have been, applauding some successes. Right, but so far, I think it would be too premature to say, why hasn't he visited the sites? But I think what matters is that people like Ibrahim Dosara, who will just come into the media and begin to lambast the president, you have forgotten that guy is just crying from his loss for not getting an appointment. You want to recall this same Ibrahim Dosara, who had gone into the media, who had been saying all kinds of things, trying to bring down the efforts the governor had made so far. He's the kind of person you should ask him why has he not been able to...
We're hard pressed for time at the moment. We want to say thank you, and this is where we draw the line today. All right, we've been speaking to Idris Musa, public affairs analyst. We're speaking on the state of insecurity in Zamfara State.